season for your Conejo Oaks. It's tonight here in Arroyo Seco as the Oaks visit Pasadena for one final time before their last home game on Saturday against the Academy Barons, and then the regular season finale Sunday afternoon down in Irvine against the OC Riptide before playoffs in San Luis Obispo next week. Austin Gregory here alongside Josh Mechanic and Sammy Holiday. No Cameron Deck today, unfortunately. Cameron getting a well-deserved day off. No need for him to
Miss you, bud.
We do, Cam.
do stuff that he doesn't need to do in person, as he's mastered a new system with the TrackMan for our guys to get all their data, so he's been doing a great job. Coach Solis a big fan of it. But the Oaks looking to turn things around tonight after 2 losses. Sammy, 3 wins, 2 losses, 3 final games before the playoffs. How important is it to try and win, if possible, all 3 of these games, if not 2 of 3 heading into the playoffs to get some momentum?
Well, ideally, you don't want to limp into the playoffs. You want to go in with some momentum. So these last 3 games do mean something. Not necessarily to get into the playoffs, as the Oaks only need to get 1 to clinch a playoff berth. But you do want to get that momentum going. And for me, what I'm looking for today is AJ Salgado to get back on fire. Want to see a multi-hit game today out of AJ for not just his sake, but for the sake of the team. Because as he goes, we go. If he's hot, the whole lineup's hot. Whole lineup gets that much more dangerous. He has been struggling a little bit, hitting the ball hard, just not getting it through holes.
And he'll be batting second tonight, so he'll get plenty of opportunities. And the pitcher that this Oaks lineup will be facing tonight is Gavino Rosales. And what has Rosales shown so far this summer, Josh?
Well, Rosales joined the Saints really late, so he's only made a couple of starts, going 3 innings and then 4. Combined 2 runs in those outings, but he did give up some damage, just did a good job of avoiding it. The whip's about 1.6, so he's just done a good job of getting out of jams in those 2 outings.
And a man who just continues to stay hot and get on base at a very, very, very high clip, Austin Carrillo, with another leadoff single to start this ball game. The lineup tonight for your Oaks will be Carrillo and then Salgado, as mentioned, followed by Gavin Grant, Zach Dode, Josiah Chavez, Brendan Durfee, Raul Sandoval, Colin Heineck, and then the man who's become the second leadoff man in that 9 spot, Jack Brooks, will round out tonight's lineup for the Oaks as Salgado steps in now.
And Austin, you mentioned how Carrillo's been getting on base at an elite clip. His on-base percentage before today was at 486, and that'll only go up now. He's nearing 500.
We apologize today for the stream quality. we know it's rough. We're just working with what we got with the internet situation here. Got the game recorded. Obviously, we don't have the best angle as well, but could be just like a radio game for you guys. We'll try to be as descriptive as we can today.
And that recorded version will be uploaded probably on the YouTube around 1 or 2 a.m., but it'll be there.
Salgado swings and misses at strike 2, as Sammy mentioned. Looking for Salgado to get hot again at the plate. He's really been putting bat to baseball quite a bit lately. The last 3 home games we've had, he's hit 4 baseballs over 95 miles per hour off the bat, but I think actually only 1 of them resulted in a hit. So he's, trying to just find holes now. We saw it early on in the summer for the guy on deck, Gavin Grant. He would just mash baseballs, but it would just go right to a defender, and that's kind of been the issue for Salgado as of late. 2-2 now to Salgado.
Nope.
Changeup misses up. Count runs full now.
This is a good sign right here for AJ, working the count full in his first at bat.
Runner goes, and it's a walk for Salgado to start his day, and he'll definitely take that.
34, Gavin Grant.
Which gives 2 runners on early on for the Oaks, with Gavin Grant, who put one over the fence already once this summer here in Pasadena. Just missed a home run in yesterday's ball game at Cal Lutheran.
need to take advantage of this opportunity here. Oaks have been putting up a lot of runs lately, but it's come later in the ball game. You want to get your pitcher a lot more confidence with a lead early rather than pitching throughout a close game feeling that he's got to be perfect and giving up those hits that if he was more confident, he wouldn't give up hits.
Grant in an 0-2 hole now, and Sammy said it perfectly when we were cleaning up after last night's game. When you put 9 runs up with Alexander Rivas on the mound, you expect we win that game easily, but it was a heartbreaking 10-9, just failed comeback loss as the Oaks got to the best pitcher in the CCL in the 9th inning, and Matt Maloney. 1-2 now to Grant. That one spiked, but the great defense of Cooper Harris shows once again there as he keeps that one in front. 2-2 now to Grant.
And another thing that was said post-game but by Austin was that although that was heartbreaking last night, it was big for them going into the playoffs because just to have that feeling of coming back almost all the way back is huge, and then seeing the defeat as well, just to have that in the back of your mind, you don't want to feel this feeling again.
It's something that sits with you as Grant fouls that one away. That one gets the toe of Harris, and it's very similar to what happened to Cal Lutheran this past spring. We're down 5-0 going into the 8th inning of the semifinal of their regional game in the NCAA tournament. Came back, tied it in the bottom of the 9th inning, went the extra innings, and lost 6-5, and just an absolute heartbreaker. And unfortunately for Cal Lu, that was their final game of the season. The Oaks here now have 3 more regular season games and still got their playoff run ahead of them. So 2-2 breaker from Rosales misses away as another full count worked.
We saw Carrillo in motion in the 3-2 count with Salgado up last time, just the last batter. We'll see if the runners are in motion again. With Gavin Grant, pretty good bat-to-ball skills. I'd like to see him in motion right now.
Carrillo goes. They go. They try to get Salgado, but ends up working out. Good call there by Sammy. The ground out by Grant is only going to be 1 because of the runners being in motion, which now puts 2 ducks out on the pond for one of the hottest bats in the CCL, up there with most of them in terms of average lead, up there at the top in RBI lead for your Oaks, Zach Dode.
1 point. 1 point behind Tyler Gannis. Gannis at 391, Zach at 390.
We won't see Tyler Gannis tonight. He got hit by a pitch yesterday and
little tender still.
Hurting the behind the knee area kind of for him. A little bit of a limp for him today. So he'll be taking a well-deserved day off. That's why Carrillo will be in right tonight. First pitch slider to Dode is in there for strike 1.
Seen Zach past couple days in batting practice during his second round take every ball to right field going the opposite way. Dode, a guy who can go to whatever field he feels like, a really good hitter at the plate, just takes the ball wherever it is pitched and not hitting it cheaply either, not getting those bloopers the other way. No, he's hitting with authority the other way.
You know, we've seen a lot of the guys lately trying to do that, especially at Cal Lu with the way the wind blows, but especially here with how the dimensions are.
Yeah, I was about to say, a lot of these guys are at their best when they're hitting the ball all around the diamond, wherever it's pitched. We've seen Salgado, Carrillo, Durfee, all these guys getting opposite field extra base hits.
1-2 now to Dode. Salgado on second, Carrillo on third. Rosales delivers. That one misses up. 2-2 now. Good job by Dode to lay off that high heat right there. Two now to Dode. Misses away, so it's a third straight batter that he's run the count full on after being ahead in the count.
Zoke's hitter's done a really good job of making Rosales work early. Already over 20 pitches.
A lot of pitches early on for Rosales. Count full. Rosales delivers and he walks Dode, which will load the bases for another hot bat in the Oaks lineup right now. The man who's played hero twice as of late, 2 walk-off hits for Josiah Chavez, which will warrant a mound visit.
Yeah, Chavez didn't start yesterday's game, yet he still ended up with a couple of hits, a couple RBIs as well.
3 RBIs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 RBI single and a double for Chavez yesterday.
Saw him and Glowacki go back-to-back doubles off of Matt Maloney.
Chavez
It's
was
a rarity.
Chavez was the one who scored as well to make it the 9th run for the Oaks, and then they stranded Salgado on 3rd as a tying run. But obviously, you know, as we mentioned, 20-plus pitches already for Rosales. He's walked 2, and now he's got 2 unfavorable matchups with Chavez, the lefty in the box, and Durfee, the lefty on deck, with only 1 out here at the top of the 1st. The Oaks have been having to play catch-up a lot as of late, so they, as Sammy mentioned, would love to get some run support early on for their pitcher rather than trying to chase tail. So now Chavez steps in. Bases are loaded.
Rosales has to be careful here. 2 big bats in the lineup right now.
Ooh.
In Chavez and Durfee.
First pitch changeup gets the top of the zone for strike 1.
He's got to be careful with that pitch there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off speed, hanging.
Yeah,
Looked
definitely.
like Chavez was ready to swing, but would imagine he wasn't expecting that first pitch changeup up in the zone. As that one misses down below his knees. Chavez shoots that one up the middle, and that's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. Dode rounds 2nd, and he'll be held up at 3rd. It's an early 2 RBI double for Josiah Chavez.
Stays hot.
Chavez just not on this planet right now. He is tearing the cover off the baseball as of late. 2 walk-off hits over the weekend. Comes off the bench yesterday with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Starts the day off with a 2-run double.
Think about how huge that is coming into the playoffs, too.
Yeah, it's good to see, too, for Chavez, a guy who missed, 2 weeks of the season because of an illness?
Yeah,
Correct.
wild.
And so good to see him just mashing on the baseball, which this guy in the box can do as well. Takes strike 1 on the fastball on the inside part of the plate. Durfee put one over the fence here a few weeks ago when the Oaks picked up the W. So do a good job to hold up and not break the plane there. He wins the count at 1.
This lineup is just so long. Durfee hitting 6, Sandoval 7, Heineck hitting 8 today, and then Jack Brooks hitting 9.
Yeah, so deep.
Not an easy out.
Told you
Not an
yesterday,
easy out in the
it wasn't
lineup.
fair that Sandoval was hitting 8th and then he homered the center.
Yeah, and Sammy, this is a lineup that doesn't even have Tyler Ganis.
Fun team to watch. Fun team to watch hit.
It's going to be a very, very tough decision for Coach Solis to figure out who his starting 9 are going to be for the playoffs, because there's about 12 guys,
11,
13
12,
guys
yeah.
who...
It's a shame you can't go the slow pitch softball route when you have 10 fielders. You have 10 fielders, and you can throw in an extra hitter in your lineup as well.
That one misses up. Count even at 2. Or maybe even just the Little League route where you just rotate
Everyone's
who's out in the field and everybody gets the hit.
All 12 guys
Everybody
got
gets
a
the
bat.
hit.
Huh? That would mark some trouble for the teams around the CCL. You'd have Noah Carliner and Tyler Gannis in the lineup today.
Yep.
With those two extra hitters.
2-2 now to Durfee as he rolls over that one the first, but it's going to get another run for the Oaks as he does his job there to bring in another run to give the Oaks a 3-run advantage already here in the first inning.
This is just what the doctor ordered right here for the Oaks. Having to play comeback so much over the past week or so, getting Mike Stanford a nice 3-run lead could wind up being more. But getting Mike Stanford a nice 3-run lead, he's going to be real comfortable on the mound, probably going to generate a lot of ground balls, really going to be attacking hitters once he gets on the mound.
So the man who did what we have yet to see all summer up until that point last night, hit a home run to straightaway center at Kowloon. Raul Sandoval steps in now. He takes ball 1. And for those of you who were tuned in to the broadcast yesterday, you probably saw some of the Saints players in the comments, and we were unsure as to why they were so worried because we knew 3 teams from the South made it, but we were informed today that the San Luis Obispo Blues will be getting an automatic bid to the playoffs since they are hosting, so it will only be 2 teams from the South. So with the Saints trying to chase the Riptide, that's why they needed us to win last night. Sandoval chops that one to Donahue at short, and that will end the inning, but the Oaks are able to put up a crooked number early on in this ball game and make it a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back with big Michael Allen Stanford on the mound for your Oaks. I'll welcome you back, and Jordan Rogers will be the first batter that will face big Michael Allen Stanford, who will be making fourth
start.
First pitch fastball just misses. As mentioned previously in Stanford's last starts,
I think it's 4.
Sounds right.
One in Compton, one in
actually
Slow. And
Yeah,
then
this
one
is
at home.
fourth.
This
Yeah.
is the 4th.
This is number 4.
Yep.
Yes. As mentioned in Stanford's previous starts, obviously started the season in the bullpen for the Oaks. It was one of the best bullpen, if arguably not the best bullpen arms for the Oaks, and then he got a call from his coaches at the College of the Desert letting him know that they'd want him to be a starter this spring, so he let Coach Solis know, and it was kind of just perfect timing as Stanford kind of almost replaced Clark's departure in the starting rotation with Garrett Clark leaving after the month of June. Stanford's become a mainstay in the starting rotation as he gets a first pitch ground ball right back to him, and as Sammy said, I see a lot of ground balls. There's one to start the ball game.
Mike Stanford to Brendan Durfee.
Stanford is the definition of a ground ball
Number
pitcher.
21,
Gets a lot of weak contact, a lot of ground balls. And his best start, where he went 6 shutout, just a couple of strikeouts for him. Just almost all ground balls.
Drew Cowley, the starter, the slew of 3 All-Stars for the Saints in this order. Still takes strike 1. Your defensive lineman for the Oaks tonight, Colin Heineck, will be the catching partner for Stanford. Brendan Durfee will be over at first. Jack Brooks and Gavin Grant, of course, your middle infield pairing. Zach Dode will be over at third tonight. Chavez out in left. Sandoval out in center. And Austin Carrillo will be out there in right, making his first start in right field this summer. We saw him play right field last night after Chavez went into the game. That one will be shot right back to Mike Stanford again, so how about that?
Stanford to Durfee. Now batting, number 11, Kyson.
If he does it again, I might go crazy.
It'd be funny. Brings up Kyson Donahue. I will admit, we talk about walk-up songs off the air. I am a fan of Kyson Donahue's walk-up song. And I had actually a conversation after Tuesday's game with Nick Rankover, and he let me know that UC Irvine took a trip out to the University of Hawaii where Donahue and Wong are, and I was like, are there anybody better at that school than them? He's like, no, they're the 2 best hitters for their team too, just like they're the 2 best hitters for the Saints.
They're good ball players, Wong and Donahue.
Sure are.
Fastball gets the knees of Donahue. Donahue back at short tonight.
You wouldn't tell from looking at Donahue either, but he's pretty smooth over there at
Very
short as
smooth.
well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for being that tall. He's a lot of fun to watch.
He's
Both
definitely
on offense and defense.
He's definitely got a baseball career ahead of him. Definitely.
A lot of just great shortstops all the way across the CCL South. Gavin Grant's great defensively. Obviously, no one better than the guy who just got picked up by the Padres, Chase Valentine, for the Riptide defensively at short. 1-2 delivery. Gets the swing and a miss. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for big Michael Allen Stanford. The Oaks will come back to bat. Colin Heineck, Jack Brooks will get their first at bat before we send things back to Carrillo at the top of the order. We'll be back. Top 2. So the Georgia boy steps in now as Colin Heineck will get his first at-bat of this evening's ball game. He'll pop that one straight back our way. Stays in though. I don't know what just happened, but the way that Colin hit the fence, the debris just fell on the table right between Josh and I.
Yeah. That's what that was? I didn't realize.
That's some excrement
At first I thought you just broke your pencil and like lead shot
from
at
a
me.
bird,
Yeah, it's
dried up.
Probably.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's definitely what that is. 100%, Sammy.
2-1 now to Heineck after he takes back-to-back balls from Rosales.
You can't tell from the average, but Heineck, really a guy who's seeing the ball excellent out of the pitcher's hands. Falling into a bit of some bad luck as well, hitting the ball pretty hard, but
Yep.
Colin a fly ball hitter, so to speak, and the way the ball carries, and Kalu doesn't really do him any favors when he hits the ball in the air.
Found that one off his ankle, which will run the count full. I'll put on umpire. We'll give Colin a minute.
As always, we talk about it. Foul ball did not get the shin guard, even though he's wearing one.
Every time. Every time.
Another full count now for Rosales. Already his fourth. We haven't even gone through the order once yet.
Threw 33 pitches in that first inning.
So this next pitch will be pitch number 40 already for Rosales. And Heineck early on the off-speed pitch. Swings and misses at strike 3. Which will bring Jack Brooks to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. And Brooks, who's been great all summer long. He works along at bats, puts the bat on the ball, really does not strike out that often. He's another guy who's really fun to watch defensively, especially for how young he is. The rising freshman. He's starting his collegiate career at Oregon this year. He's early on the breaking ball.
Brooks, a guy that a pitcher just does not like to face whatsoever. Fouls off a lot of pitches, really works a lot of counts deep.
Just as Sammy and I both talk about Brooks working long at bats, it's a 2-pitch ground out for Jack Brooks.
It's all right.
Bring Austin Carrillo to the plate now for his second time in as many innings. He singled to start the ball game and came around the score on the RBI double from a 2 RBI double from Josiah Chavez.
Carrillo's, with the way he's been swinging the bat lately, he's gotten his average up to 350.
Take the first pitch on the inside part of the plate for strike 1, and right before that pitch was delivered, saw Carrillo take a full step forward in the box as Rosales has seemed to be liking that changeup, so cheat up in that box to get the timing a little better on that pitch. As that fastball misses in. Rosales trying to live on the inside part of the plate to these lefties. Pull that one foul. One, two now to Carrillo. So he'll chop that one foul. Rosales delivers.
Whoa. Cooper Harris was in the dugout, and he's got to come back now.
It's a bad look.
Obviously, we're at a weird angle.
I think that was in there.
Looked like it was in there.
Looked like a
because he
strike.
didn't really move his glove at all,
Yeah.
and I
The
find
only
it hard
place
to believe that he wouldn't be set up for a strike there.
Yeah, I don't.
only place I would guess for what it was up. Not exactly sure though. As Carrillo shoots that one to Donahue at short, and he'll make the play for out number 3. So after giving up 3 runs and facing 7 batters in the first, Rosales faces the minimum and puts the Oaks down in order 1, 2, 3, which will take us bottom 2. We'll be back. We'll welcome you back now. Bottom 2 is the other half of the Hammer and Hawaiians. Matt Wong will step in now.
I like that.
He's on the fly.
I like it. Hawaii.
First pitch from Stanford in there for strike 1. The 1-2-3 inning for Stanford to start this ball game. Chopper right back to him, chopper right back to him, and then a strikeout. Wong punches that one foul. One sounded a little weird off the bat. Oh-2 now to Wong. Stanford delivers. That one chopped over to Durfee at first. Good. He bodies it. He'll flip it to Stanford. And Wong will beat it out, according to the first base umpire, but Coach Solis will come out there to ask about that one.
14,
Durfee did a good job there of just squaring up to it and bodying it up to keep it in front. And it looked like Stanford might have gotten over there just a bit late. I still think he might have gotten him. It was a close play, though.
We'll see. At first, I thought Stanford may have not gotten his foot on the bag. But again, our angle is horrible from where we're sitting for first base. Coach Solis.
Yeah, there's a big pole right there in your view, Austin.
Yeah. I can just barely see the first base bag right now. Coach Solis really having a long conversation out there with the first base umpire.
Sure is.
Wong was busting it out of the box.
Yeah, he was. It was a good pitch from Mike.
It was a hard hit ball, too, the other way at Durfee, the untraditional first baseman. As mentioned previously, you could be seeing some time there at Cal Lutheran next spring with the departure of the great Zach Bullwood from Cal Lutheran.
Wow. He's animated.
Coach Solis yet to be asked to leave a game early so far this summer.
Not happy.
They won't even come together to talk about it. So it'll be an infield single for Matt Wong. Which now makes way for Peyton Holt.
We're ruling that infield single?
Yeah, Wong beat it out.
Cool. All right.
I mean, it's not like Durfee had a clean play he could have made. It bounced up to his stomach, and he just beat Stanford to the bag pretty much.
Ooh. Oh. It's a good spot to miss.
Yeah, it was.
The slider inside is ruled, I guess, inside. All three of us, people in the dugout and some people behind us, thought it was strike 2. As Holt hits that one foul. 0-2 delivery from Stanford. Holt lines that one to right field. Drops in front of Carrillo for a base knock.
Number
Unfortunate
16,
breaks for Mike so far this inning, as that ball was not hit very hard. It was just in a good spot to land in front of Carrillo.
So bring Matt Marlowe to the plate. Marlowe playing first tonight. Don't know if we've seen him play first when we've played the Saints. Pretty sure he's only played third and DH'd. He squares the bunt.
Went. He didn't pull that back.
And he did not pull it back as he gets hit in the leg, as that'll be ruled strike one.
That's double brutal, getting hit and the strike
He
call.
definitely left it out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did not pull that back.
No.
He's worried of trying to get his body out of the way and not his bat back.
Another conversation?
Now the Saints manager is going to go out to talk to the first base
Taking
umpire.
his time to go.
First base umpire is not going to.
He's
gonna
not helping him out.
Yeah, not gonna meet him halfway. He's taking a couple steps towards him now. Again, this is just. I mean, it's funny when you see managers go out there to argue with an umpire on what is a judgment call. You're not gonna change their mind. He saw what he saw.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
We just got a text message saying to read the chat, Sammy.
I can't even get the chat up right here where we usually have it because the internet is so bad. I'm about to go on my phone and.
We apologize, Cam.
Any of you chatters?
And
Oh,
anybody
hi
else.
Cam.
He's saying hi. He
Hi,
just wants to
Cam.
show us that he's watching.
Said,
Sorry,
what
Cam.
up? What up, Sammy from Cameron Deck? Hi, Cam. Hope you're doing good, bud. We miss you out here. It's not the same without you.
No, it is. Cam, no Cam's corner. What are we going to do?
That one's
Pop
popped
up.
back over our head. 0-2 now to Marlowe.
Where'd that ball go?
Straight back over our heads.
But where?
Towards the bathroom.
I didn't hear it. I didn't even hear it land.
Probably landed in the trees back there.
Colin yelling at Mike to step off there, wanting to change the sign.
0-2 to Marlowe. Long dances off second. That one's popped over our heads. That one gets over the bleachers too. That one's rolled over foul. Marlowe continues to battle. Wow.
Again, we apologize for how this stream is right
Is
now.
the audio at the same point, or?
Yeah,
I
it's a good
believe so.
question. The audio's
I
active.
believe the audio stays always.
That one's rolled over Dode. He bobbles it. He'll fire just across the dime, and they get one out. As Durfee does a great job to stretch there.
Number 28, Jared Buhanda.
Potentially a chance to turn two there. Would have been tough, though, because Wong got a very big secondary lead. And so now there's going to be two in scoring position with only one out as Jared Buhanda steps in. The third lefty to face Stanford today. First was Callie, who grounded back to Stanford, and second was Donnie, who struck out swinging. First pitch to Buhanda misses low for ball one.
Surprised that the corners aren't in right now. Or the defense.
Up 3 runs. It looks like they're just want to get the out.
Swing and a miss at strike one, and a little bit more of a cloudy day today here in Pasadena, so the sun not really impacting Stanford like we saw it impact Vega on Tuesday, but it is still impacting Sandoval out there in center. Watching him put up his hand in front of his hat to just try and get himself some extra shade to see the ball. That's a second pitch strike. Sorry, third pitch strike to Buhanda as he takes strike 2.
Stanford obviously not a strikeout pitcher, but a strikeout here would be humongous.
So 1-2 now.
Yep. Good pitch. He didn't go.
As he goes with the breaker away, almost gets Buhanda.
It's a great spot there from
Swing.
Stanford.
I'd throw that same pitch.
I agree.
Nearly got him to go that last one. We'll see if he can lay off again.
That one's chopped over the head of Stanford. It's going to be a tough play, but Dode gets there for out number 2.
Really good hands there by Dode, knowing that he has more time than you expect on that chopper, so he cuts it off, goes out there with 2 hands, really clean throw on the run, textbook from Dode there.
Really good job of Buhanda, though, to put the ball in play. 2 strikes. Stanford nearly got him to go around on that breaking ball 1-2. To put it in play like that and really guarantee a run to come in, almost beat it out as well.
As Blessinger crushes that one foul.
Huh. That's how quick the game is.
0-1 now to Blessinger. That one's shot. It's going to be a tough play for Grant, and he can't get there on the diving effort. It's going to be RBI single for Max Blessinger.
RBI single, scoring Peyton Holt. Here is number 6, Cooper Harris.
Mike just continues to get ground balls, but unfortunately that one found a hole up the middle. Not a lot of hard contact against Stanford this inning, just some unfortunate bounces and luck for him.
That last one from Blessinger was hit pretty hard, though.
Yeah, it was.
That was definitely the hardest hit ball of the game from Saints. First pitch to Cooper Harris misses away. Both runs this inning will be unearned for the Saints as Wong reached on that error. And that ground ball from Buhanda would have ended the inning. That one misses down. Runner goes. Blessinger got a great jump as that one rolled quite a bit away from Heineck. Even though he kept it in front. So Heineck will go out to talk with Stanford now. Two on now to Cooper Harris. Blessinger on second. Harris way early on the breaker.
So far today, it's been the opposite of what we usually see with the Saints. They're usually very top heavy, and the top of the lineup does most of the production, where the bottom half sometimes goes quiet. But today, 1-2-3 first inning for Stanford, and then the bottom half of the lineup has done the damage, producing the 2 runs.
Bit of some sloppy defensive play from the Oaks here this inning.
That one's fouled back, knocks off the mask of Heineck, but he's good.
Play that could have been made by Durfee on the Wong error, and then that ball hit to Zach with first and second. If he fields that cleanly, it's a double play. Could be out of the inning with no harm done.
Stanford tries to go backdoor with the slider and just misses away. Count runs full now to Cooper Harris. This is for ball 4.
Number 3, Jordan Rogers.
Brings Jordan Rogers to the plate now. He grounded back to Stanford in his first at-bat of the game last inning.
Very different story here in the second and the first for Stanford. Needed just 10 pitches to get out of that first inning. And he's nearing 25 right now here in the second.
First pitch fastball from Stanford misses up. That one shot over the granite short. He backhands it.
Nice. Oh, what? He was out for sure.
Rogers will be called safe at first.
Oh,
So Coach Solis is going to go out to once again ask about that call.
oh, that was, come on. That one wasn't even that close. Unless they're saying Durfee was off the bag. That's the
You
only-
have to signal if he's off the bag.
Yeah, then you can't go back in the stream, obviously, to look at it, but
I'll let you know like at 2:30.
So now the bases will be loaded. After Rogers is granted an infield single. Not granted, gifted. First pitch slider for Stanford. The Callie's in there for strike 1.
once again, though, Stanford can't catch a break this inning. It's another ground ball.
As that one skied out to center field. Sandoval looks up. That ball is gone. It's a grand slam for Drew Cowley.
Someone in the Oaks dugout's about to get tossed.
I think Dave just got kicked out.
Yeah, he did.
He was saying that's on him.
'Cause it is.
That's.
I think
It might
Coach
be- it might be
Radinsky's the one
Rad's, too.
who got ejected.
Next batter will be number 11, Tyson Donahue.
They both might get kicked
Yeah,
out.
Third base umpire came all the way over as Coach Solis is in his face now.
That's really bad because Mikey has done enough to get out of this inning. And a couple of blown calls here has cost him really 6 runs, as he should have been out of here already with no harm done.
Coach Solis will still be in the game. Coach Radinsky is the one who was given the hook. His first base umpire is complaining because Coach Radinsky is sitting outside the dugout.
Coach Elise is going to get rung if he keeps talking. So I think that first base umpire wanted to make sure Radinsky wasn't sitting behind the dugout. He's sending him all the way back to the parking lot. And
Yeah, well, you're technically,
Yeah.
when you get ejected, you're supposed to leave the stadium.
Yeah.
So Donahue will come to the plate now.
also, not to mention that grand slam is a flyout in any other ballpark in the CCL.
It's true.
Ball just squeaked out over 364.
Also, all 6 of these runs are unearned due to an error and bad umpiring. As Donahue turns on one,
I might get out too.
Yeah.
It's foul.
foul. I can't even see, so.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I just stayed in my seat. Let you guys try and tell me.
I couldn't see it still.
There's
even.
like 4 poles in my way of seeing that ball.
And the dugout too, right?
I literally can't even see the foul pole right now. I don't even know where it is. Just see Career walking back in right now. That one misses down and gets past Heineck. 2-1 now to Donahue. Three-one now to Donahue. Donahue will be issued a walk. So Saints have officially batted around this inning.
Yeah, he is.
Coach Solis has yet to be asked to leave a game early this summer.
Now Coach Solis is going to go out to the mound and have a conversation with Mike Stanford. Just calm him down a little bit. Let him know that this isn't on him. Allow him to reset. And maybe even talk to the umpire more. He's trying to get wrong.
Again, you know.
I don't think he's trying to get
Well,
wrong. He's just letting them know.
Yeah, well, he's not trying
letting them know.
specifically to get, but you keep talking like this.
Stanford, of course, as we mentioned, 6 unearned runs due to the error and controversial calls at first.
Really maddening stuff here because Stanford has pitched well enough to get out of this inning, and now
There we go.
Wong
he's out of
rips
it
that
now.
one to short, and Grant will go the easy way to second. So 6 runs come across, all unearned here in the bottom of the second. We'll be back. Top 3, the Oaks chasing 3. Welcome you back now, top 3. Salgado steps in. He'll take ball 1 down. Salgado walked in his first at-bat in the first inning. Salgado just misses that hanger. 1-1 now. Salgado chops that one to second. Flip it over the first for out number 1.
Peyton Holt to Matt Marlowe, 1 down. Now batting, number 34, Gavin Grant.
Grant in there now. Takes the first pitch ball.
That one just weirdly misses off of Cooper Harris's glove there.
They tried to frame that pitch too quickly, so
Might have gotten that call if he caught it.
yeah, he probably would.
Grant grounded out in the first, but it was a helpful ground out that moved 2 runners in the scoring position that both came across the scores. He'll sky that one out the center.
Holy barrel.
And
By Max Blessinger.
Max Blessinger will set under it for out number 2.
Wow, he just missed that.
That is number 25, Zach Dode.
Bring Dode to the plate now. Dode walked, came around to score the 3rd run of the 1st inning.
There are some rascals here today. They are running amok.
And they're also Oregon fans. I wonder if they're fans of our Ducks.
Menacing.
Kind of storming behind us every foul ball.
Yeah.
Ball 1 now to Dode. Fastball gets the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That one's way wide. Cooper Harris didn't even make an effort to try and block that baseball. Just watched it skip by him. 2-1 now. After struggling and giving up some hits in the 1st inning, including 3 runs, Rosales is retired. 7 straight. 3-1 now to Dode. Turn on that one off his hands. Rosales will just do it himself and tag Dode out. So he stands right on the line. The Oaks go down in order once again. Head bottom 3. Welcome you back. Peyton Holt steps in now. He's singled and came around the score in the second. That one misses down.
That second inning saw Stanford throw 34 pitches.
Misses away. A lot of extra pitches that didn't need to be thrown. But stuff happens. So that fastball misses up according to the home plate umpire. 3-0 now to Holt. There's the strike. That one misses up. Peyton Holt works a walk.
Number 16, Matt Carlo.
It's just so unfortunate for Stanford, all those unlucky breaks. Nothing going his way so far today. Now he'll, after coming into his outing with a 3-0 lead before throwing a pitch, now trailing, and he'll have to pitch from behind for the remainder of his outing until the Oaks can do something. And with his pitch count up over 50, not sure how much longer he'll be able to go in this ballgame.
That one just misses away. 1-1 now to Marlowe, who grounded out last inning. He hit that ground ball that though they bobbled a little bit and wasn't able to turn a 3 to first double play. He only was able to get the out at first. That one misses down, but Heineck squeezes it. That one breaks in and gets Marlowe on the foot.
That one got him on the shin guard.
That's the second time today that he's been hit, but the other time was called a strike because he didn't pull the bunt back.
Bring Jared Buhanda in now. Buhanda had an RBI ground out last inning. Bunt from Buhanda, unsuccessful as he chops that one back.
Coach Raymer's telling Dode kept telling him before that pitch to move up, and after seeing the bunt the first time, he finally yells at Dode and tells him to stay put.
Honda will square again. Pull back. So the slider breaks away. So that one misses down. See time called from the Saints here.
A rare offensive timeout. And this just gives Coach at least more time to argue.
That was a strike.
I think he's upset about the timeout, actually.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be taking a timeout here.
Well, I mean, you're allowed
There's
to
not.
do it. Yeah,
There's not.
But it's
I
not
don't
like
care
it's
if you're
illegal.
I don't care if you're allowed to do it or not.
No, I agree.
Shouldn't.
No, I agree, but what you can't stop them. It's allowed. I mean, I agree. They're up 3 runs, third inning. It's not a tie ball game in the 9th. You don't need to have a discussion, but It's like the same as a mound visit. It's like an offensive meeting. You're allowed to get one per inning. Just people don't use them because it's bizarre to use it in this situation. You see it more often in high school than you do at the collegiate level. The offensive timeout.
So 2-1 now to Buhanda. See if he's still scoring the bunt. I'd be surprised if he still is after that random meeting, but he is.
That's exactly what the meeting was about him bunting maybe a slash here. That's actually probably what it was, asking if he's comfortable with that. Since he's showing early, Durfee's creeping. Wouldn't be surprised if he pulls back.
He misses. Back pick. Runner tries to go for third. See
Yep.
you later.
Get him there too.
Double play. What?
See you
Oh,
later.
He's safe. He's safe. Oh, that's terrible.
I was like, who's making a call there? Like,
Good meeting there.
Yeah.
there's
great
some karma for you, Saints. Let's take a timeout to just get 2 outs. So
What a meeting.
Good meeting there.
great throw there by Heineck down the second. Even better throw by Grant the third to get Dode, and then great throw and tag from Dode to second. Was Brooks on second there for the tag?
No,
Or was Grant back on second?
it was Grant, and it was not a good call. He was safe. Why is he staring at
He's
their
looking at our dugout now.
No, I think he just said something about to Dave about the first base umpire.
You're right.
Oh,
You're right. He's bad, maybe.
maybe, because that was bad.
That was, but he was completely out of position there.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, he
that's
was
why
running
I
out.
was
And the
like,
throw
I was
and the
like,
throw beat him.
You're right,
I
100%.
was
Yeah.
like, why is nobody making a call? I was just like, what's taking
Because,
so long?
like Sammy said, he was out of position. He was running all the way from first base and just made a call based on Grant showing him the baseball.
The throw beat him.
Yeah, it did.
The throw beat him,
Yeah,
but
100% did.
he got around the tag.
It was
Looked
nice,
like it from
nice
here.
swim tag, yeah.
So, how many conversations is that now between the first base umpire and one of the head coaches? 5?
4 or 5. They've both gone at least twice. Because the Saints coach has now gone twice. He went on Marlowe's bunt attempt that hit him, and he's gone out for this one. Dave went for the 2 missed calls at first base, and then when Radinsky got tossed after the grand slam. So I think it's 5 now.
Wow. And they're all lengthy, too. They're not quick conversations.
And I mean, it's very interesting to me that neither umpire is going over there to try and pull the Saints coach away, which kind of is telling, if you ask me.
Somewhere right now, Earl Weaver is looking down, happy right now.
Yeah, Earl Weaver would have been kicked out of this ball game a few innings ago.
A few innings ago, it was the first.
Yeah,
A
in
few
the
innings
first.
ago,
Yeah, he would have gotten kicked out in the first.
2-2 now to Marlowe with 2 guys too aggressive on the base path, as Holt's technically back picked by Heineck, and I'll have to think about how to score those in a second. But it's 2-2 now to Buhanda with 2 outs all of a sudden, and he looks silly swinging at strike 3. So somehow Mike Stanford faces the minimum in this inning. So the Oaks will be chasing 3, still head into the top of the 4th. It's going to be Chavez, Durfee, Sandoval, duo. We'll be back. Josiah Chavez steps in now. It's a 2-run double for him all the way back in the first. He's early on the changeup there. That one misses up. 1-1 now. If you're just tuning in, we once again apologize for the quality of the stream, as we know that the feed's about 2-3 minutes behind of what actually is going on in the game. And yes, there's been 9 runs scored in 3 innings, but that's not the reason why we're an hour and 12 minutes into this ball game. It's lengthy discussions that have been had with the umpiring crew tonight, in particular the first base umpire. 5 total conversations between both teams.
Just 1 ejection so far.
Yes, Coach Radinsky giving
We
an
might be seeing more tonight.
Yeah, that's why the so far was added.
Tensions. The tension is high right now.
Sure is.
2-2. I'm ready to watch JoJo get ejected.
From the dugout, or is he going to get up and go out there?
No, he'll just say something from the dugout. He's not walking all the way out there. He can't make it that far.
Whoa.
Count runs full. JoJo will get the ejection and then just go buy a fruit cup. Enjoy his time off early. As Chavez rolls over that one. Another lengthy at bat.
The unfortunate thing about getting ejected here, you can't just leave. You have to wait for the game to end so you can get back on the bus with us.
That's right. Bus driver can throw on the air conditioning. Maybe he's got some movies in there.
Yeah. Wonder if that's where Rad is right now.
I don't know. Chavez works. Oh, wow. That was bad, too. Chavez is rung up on a pitch inside that he's not happy about.
Stepping off the bat, number 27, Brendan Durfee.
Let's bring Durfee to the plate now. Durfee had the RBI ground out in the first.
Chavez pretty fired up after getting rung up there.
This is a game that we could use motivator, security, PA announcer Jackson White at. Calm down the boys. Jackson, a late scratch from today's ball game.
Yeah. I'm sure all our hearts were broken once we got that text that said he couldn't make it.
I cried a little bit.
I gotta be honest, I don't have his number saved. I didn't know who that was.
Actually,
Sorry.
I figured it out based on he was the
My
only
following
number I
text?
didn't have. Yeah.
As Durfee crushes that one down
Stay
the first
fair.
base line.
Yeah.
Fair ball.
Fair ball. Get on 2.
Oh,
Whoa,
slip
whoa,
around
easy.
First.
It's too fast.
Durf unhitched the trailer too quick there, and he slipped a little bit around first, but it's a nice double for Durfee, who's shaking up a little bit. It looks like he maybe rolled his ankle going around first.
Not what you want before the playoffs. I think he'll be okay, though.
I think he might have gotten a bit of the wind knocked out of him too, as his midsection was all up on second base there. Not a Trey Turner slide. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
So Raul Sandoval will step in now. He grounded out to end the first. As we mentioned, he did the unimaginable and put one out to dead center at Cal Lutheran last night. Some noises in the distance. Not sure what it is.
I don't know what it is. Could be birds. Could be those kids. I have no idea.
First pitch breaker misses.
If those are those kids, they're making some weird sounds. I don't know what that is.
Might be messing with something, some equipment. They broke into the city equipment shed right here.
Yeah, maybe.
Durfee gets his lead off a second. Sandoval rips that down the first baseline. That's going to be a fair ball and extra bases, which will score Durfee. Sandoval will round first. He'll head the second. He'll be in there.
Durfee didn't get a good read on that ball. He's still on third.
Durfee's on third. Not sure what happened there.
Back-to-back doubles, first Durfee, now Sandoval.
Looked like a miscommunication between him and Raymer.
Well, that's unfortunate for the Oaks.
Conejo Oaks is number
Hopefully
22,
Collins able to drive him in.
Colin Hynek.
So Hynek will step in now. So Sandoval only gets the double, not the RBI.
Ball was ripped down the line.
Durfee shaking his head, disappointed with himself there. That one misses away to Hynek. Collins struck out swinging on a full count pitch to start the second inning. That breaker gets the outside part of the plate.
Way out in front of a 3-2 off-speed pitch. Sort of a Bugs Bunny changeup there. He could have taken another swing at it.
That one misses down, 2-1 now to him. As Jack Brooks waits on deck. Big opportunity here for Colin Hynek with 2 runners in scoring position. The Oaks trailing by 3. Hynek just misses that one as he fouls it back.
Colin, a fly ball hitter, just needs to elevate something to the outfield here.
2-2 now to Hynek. So just get a piece of that breaker. He battles that one away.
Looked like it was off the very top of the bat.
Yeah, he really extended to get to that pitch. Hynek fouls that one off again. So guy sitting at the top of the bleachers to the right side who's filming the game, and that baseball was probably 3 feet away from him. Just didn't care though.
He didn't break a sweat. He just...
No, just watched it.
2-2 now to
Didn't
Hynek.
stop his recording either.
No. Some people are just like that. As the off-speed pitch misses away, runs the count full. Never forget watching my best friend play high school baseball. One of my friends I grew up with was hitting. He's a lefty. Rips one over towards the third base coach's box. Coach doesn't move, and he says, "Wouldn't have hurt me if it hit me anyways." I'm like, wow, you just said that to one of your own players. So Hynek breaks his bat. It'll score 1, though. That's a weird broken bat there.
They're going to have to do some landscaping here, as there's just fragments of this bat all over the infield right now.
Yeah, that broke into a lot of different pieces.
Number 33, Jack Brooks.
Bring Jack Brooks to the plate now. The Oaks now trail by 2 after Durfee now finally comes across.
Kyson Donahue once again showing off how smooth he is at shortstop with that throw on the run. He's definitely replaced Chase Valentine as my favorite non-Oak shortstop to watch.
Conversation between Rosales and Harris now. Not sure if there's action in the bullpen for the Saints or not. Brooks' first pitch swinging, rolls over that one, foul.
A lot of breaking balls this inning from Rosales. He threw almost all sliders to Hynek. Now first pitch to Brooks, an off-speed pitch.
That one misses in, 1-1 now. Misses down in the dirt. 2-1 now to Brooks. Carrillo waits on deck.
Good pick right there behind the plate by Cooper Harris. Making it look easy.
Not a single drop of wind right now. Flags drooped against the flagpole.
A drop of wind.
It's a pass ball on Cooper Harris that allows Raul Sandoval to score as that one goes in and out of his glove.
That was off the top of his glove. I think that can be ruled a wild pitch. He was set up low too.
Yeah.
I just expect Cooper Harris for how good he is to make that catch.
Yeah, directly off his glove like that. That ball should have been caught.
How much of the glove did he get? To me, it looked like he got just the top.
Nah,
It looked like
it
the baseball got
got a
into his
lot.
glove. 3-1 now to Brooksy. Count runs full now.
That's tough.
doesn't happen to him very often.
Last time we were here, we said something about it being a pass ball, and he thought it was a wild pitch, and said something else
That
when
was
we ran back this way.
Yeah, he gave me the evil eye.
Yeah, he's like stared at you a little bit, right?
No, well,
He said
he
something
just like
too. I just
smiled.
didn't hear it.
He said like, "What?" Like, he said like, "Come on, man."
So after the walk to Brooks, now with it being a one-run ball game, we'll see another mound visit with the top of the order coming up to face Rosales for the third time today. Carrillo 1 for 2 today, single and a ground out. We are going to see a pitching change, it looks like, even though the manager didn't go out there. The pitching coach is out there right now for the Saints. I don't think they've officially signaled for him, but a lefty
Does
has
he
come
know
in.
that he's coming in?
I don't know. Because he's still talking with
He's
Rosales.
gonna get on the mound.
We are going to see the pitching change.
Funny.
That would have
Turn
been.
around.
I
What are
was.
you
I
doing
was. I was hoping the pitching coach looks back and like, whoa, 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 buddy, what are you doing?
And it's going to be Dominic Dorado, who we've seen in each of the last 3 games against the Saints coming to this ball game now. We'll be back once Dorado's done warming. So we'll welcome you back. Dom Dorado coming in to get the lefty versus lefty matchup against Carrillo, as the Saints don't want Rosales to face the order for a third time. We'll get the final line on Rosales too shortly once Josh returns. Carrillo scores the bunt. He'll pull back.
Book still not closed on Rosales, as he's still responsible for Brooks at first.
Carrillo shoots that one. Just foul.
Umpire
one's
hearing
ruled
it from
foul.
the crowd, too.
A lot of oohs and ahs from the dugout and
You got to be careful.
Carrillo's shaking his head. I think,
We
I'm
can't tell.
not gonna comment because we can't.
We have no idea.
We can't tell.
Yeah.
I
I'll
got the
take
pole
Austin's.
right
I'll take
line.
Austin's word for it.
Austin, you got good view? You got.
No, I can't see.
Oh,
Austin
okay.
Carrillo, that is. Not
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah.
I got the pole plus McKenna in my way, so I can't see that ball at all.
Parker was signaling fair, but he might have a little bit of a bias.
Yeah.
So 1-1 now to Carrillo after he laces one just foul. The ball was crushed. So the breaking ball gets the inside part of the zone. Carrillo upset with himself for taking that one. One, two now. Dorado delivers, runner goes. Throw down is spiked.
Horrible throw.
Whoa.
Ball rolled in the second.
Don't know what happened there with Harris. There's a little bit of chirping from the Oaks dugout. I see Zach Crandall with a big smile on his face. A couple of the catchers in there having a good time right now.
Harris has formed a good relationship with Brendan Durfee too. 2-2 now, and now that Josh is back, he's got that final line for us in Rosales. And what's that final line with him still responsible for Brooksy out there on second, Josh?
Yeah, so 3 2/3. As of now, 5 runs to his total, but as you said, Brooks is his responsibility. Beat that Austin. Probably got him. That was a good call. You got him.
That's good. 3 down.
Dave can't believe it. For Rosales, 3 2/3. Now 5 runs officially. 4 hits, 3 walks, just the 1 strikeout.
Dorado.
Settled in after the first inning, but the Oaks really got to him in that 4th.
Conejo Oaks top 4th. 2 runs.
We'll be back, bottom 4.
And
Stanford still in the mound for the Oaks.
6 batters up.
I'm back.
Welcome you back. Colin Heineck's shaking up here. Looks like he's going to come out of the game, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if that is from that foul tip off his ankle. Not sure.
Mellowed out. Coach Solis having a conversation now with the home plate umpire.
It'll be Whittle.
David Whittle will now enter the game for Colin Heineck. We'll try and get you guys an update on Heineck.
I'm going to go down to the bullpen in between innings to see if anybody's loose. I'll try to find out what happened.
If you're just tuning in, we apologize for the quality of the stream. Just a pretty horrendous internet connection we have down here. We understand that it is choppy. It's basically just like a radio broadcast for you guys. So we'll try to stay as descriptive as possible. Right now here in the bottom of the 4th, 6-5 ball game. Heineck had to step out. Looks Whittle's replacing him. Look like Whittle's ready to go.
So, yeah, you guys might be like 10, 15 minutes behind on the stream.
It's
But the
it's
audio
bad.
is-
It's one of the. It's bad.
Very nice. I see the stream is currently one out on top of the fourth. So that first pitch is fouled away by Blessinger.
If you guys want to see the stream after, we'll have it up. It'll be uploaded at around like 2 in the morning or so. So while you're having your morning coffee, your breakfast, you can watch a replay of this game.
1-1 now. Is Blessinger early on that one. Throws that one foul.
So I just checked on the stream, and the audio is lined up with the video, so
Yes.
you guys don't know
yes,
that.
I was talking with our very own Cameron Deck,
Okay.
reporting live.
1-2 now. The breaker just misses. 2-2 now to Blessinger. Blessinger had an RBI single in the first. My apologies, in the second. And that 6-run second. 6 unearned runs.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Number 6, Cooper Harris.
Blessinger strikes out. Not sure if it was swinging or licking.
No, representative from the Saints came and asked us if we were good. Nothing he could do for us with this internet, as I'm sure theirs is not great either. It might be a little bit better, but depending on their hotspot provider.
So by the time that at bat comes around on a live stream, Cam, if you're still watching, can you text me to let me know if it was a strikeout swinging or strikeout looking? Either way, Cooper Harris steps in and takes strike one. Harris worked a walk. He also scored in the second. Harris early on that one. Rolls over to the Saints dugout. Been watching over at the third base umpire. Him and Dode have literally been talking nonstop the entire game. That one misses up.
Who'd you say in Dode? Been talking nonstop?
The third base umpire.
Oh.
That
Yeah.
umpire is a massive human being.
Large
Yeah,
man.
he's a unit.
Absolutely.
Zach, a pretty big boy in his own right, and umpire just towers over him.
Yeah, Mike.
Stanford gets a swinging strikeout that time.
That one was for sure swinging.
Jordan
So 2 strikeouts to start the bottom of the fourth inning for big.
I think
Michael
the
Stanford.
first one was swinging, because I think I saw out of the corner of my eye Whittle getting the ball low. Mike doing a good job of burying that 2-strike slider.
We'll take your word until Cam gives us confirmation. First pitch strike to Rogers now. Rogers 1 for 2 today. He grounded out back to Stanford to start the bottom of the first, and then he singled on one of the controversial calls. He tries to slap bunt and misses.
Tried to push that one past Stanford into the second base area. That little triangle between Durfee, Brooks, and Stanford, but missed it.
That one shot out to right field. Carrillo back up a few feet and set under it for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Stanford. The Oaks chasing 1 as we head
So 1, 2, 3 innings for pitcher.
top 5.
Stanford, Harris
So Salgado steps in now. He walked, came around the score in the first, and then grounded out in the third in his 2 at-bats today. So I'll take the breaker away from Dorado for ball 1.
I have a bullpen / Colin Heineck update.
Let's hear it.
So in the bullpen, nobody getting loose right now. They're just the only one stretching is Massimo Vega. And then Colin Heineck's down there being stretched out by Yoshi. He said he felt something in his hamstring as he was going down the line on his ground out. So I asked him, "Are you okay?" He said, "I hope so."
2-0 now to Salgado.
He was also quick to remind me. I said, "Happened on the ground out?" He said, "Yes, on the RBI ground out."
Atta babe.
What did you do to Salgado, Sammy? Foul ball seemed
Oh, I was making the
intended
play.
to be hit right at you.
I was making the play.
2-1 now to Salgado. Just missed that one. So I'll take a fastball right above the knees for strike 2. Count even at 2 now. Salgado, Grant, and Dode, 2, 3, and 4 due up. The top of the 5th for the Oaks. Salgado chops that one foul.
We got a complaint on the broadcast. Cam feels like we haven't given him a shout out yet, but I feel like we've said his name
Dude,
no less than 200 times
I literally
already.
gave Cam's
You said Cam like 74 times just last inning.
a full
I don't think he's
smorgasbord.
I don't think
Was
he's
he here
locked.
for-
I don't
wa-
think he's locked
Was
into
he
the
here
audio.
for first pitch?
I don't think he was locked into the audio.
Was he here for first pitch?
If he's been watching the whole game, as
That one's ripped back
AJ
up the
rips
middle.
one into center field. If he's been watching the whole game, he would have heard his name at least 200 times already.
Cam,
We miss him.
by the time this catches up to you, if you didn't hear what I said at the start of the game,
The audio is fine. The audio's it's like radio.
Clearly he wasn't listening at the start.
He's not
because
listening very intently.
Cam, I said, we miss you. That you've been doing an excellent job of what you've been doing with the TrackMan data for the team. Even Coach Solis is very impressed with what you've done. So we're proud of you. We missed you. Just so you know, we're not having Panda for dinner tonight without you.
Out of respect.
Yeah, we were going to get Panda, and then they found out you weren't going to be here, so we changed it up. You're welcome.
Ball 1 as Gavin Grant pulls back. Grant is 0 for 2 tonight. The ground out that moved the 2 first runs of the ball game into scoring position, and then flied out to center. Dorado checks on Salgado. We know Salgado's got the speed, but can't even remember the last time I've seen Salgado try and steal a bag.
Definitely
hip flexor
injury. Yeah.
He was moving in the first inning.
Yeah. As Grant fouls that one back. No, he's definitely back to himself speed-wise and mobility-wise since the injury. But he really just hasn't had the opportunity to try and swipe a bag, and kind of hard with a lefty on the mound right now. As Grant takes ball 2 inside on the fastball. Two one now to Gavin Grant. Dode waits on deck. Grant chops that one. The 5-6 holds to be a tough play. And whoa.
No chance.
It would have been a really hard play for Donahue, but after we see Cooper Harris absolutely spike a throw down the second, Donahue absolutely spiked that throw, and it's an infield single for Gavin Grant.
That was definitely
No shot there.
no chance to beat Grant, which is why that Donahue throw was like that. He knew it right away, so he didn't want to overthrow the first baseman. I don't know. Did AJ?
Coach
Did
Dave,
something happen
Coach
to AJ?
Dave going out there right now.
Something happened to AJ?
Think maybe he saw something he didn't like.
Coach Solis going out to check on Salgado, as we mentioned. He had the hip flexor injury, so probably just making sure Salgado feels all right. So now it'll be first and
Coach
second.
Dave talking with the
Yeah.
third base umpire, gave him a double look.
Yeah, he did.
Saw Thought I saw a bit of a grin on his face, maybe.
Probably made a joke about Coach Dave saying something about the Saints taking that offensive timeout before they ran into a double play without even putting a ball in play.
Maybe.
But now, one of the hottest bats in the CCL steps in, Zach Dode. He's 0 for 1, came around the score in the first and was tagged out by the pitcher. So pop that one foul. Correct myself, that was not pop foul, that was crushed over our heads foul. Dode unable to hold up his swing. Behind the hole 0-2 now.
AJ the tying run at second. Gavin Grant the go-ahead run at first. Ball in the gap. Could mean the Oaks take the lead here.
0-2 delivery. That one spiked.
Got him.
That got a
Hits
piece of
Dode
them.
on the foot.
Now the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Zach Dode,
Dode knew it right away.
He did. He was just about the only one.
Gavin Grant to second. AJ Salgado.
Home plate umpire knew too. He was pretty
He
on
did,
top of it.
But Cooper Harris just looked over. His head coach was asking if that got him, and Cooper Harris said no. Another one where
Unfortunately, there's no replay system in the CCL, so that is not a reviewable call here.
It doesn't have to hit the batter on the fly. If it hits him on the
Yeah, it can bounce.
off the
Yeah.
ground, it's
Yeah.
still a hit by pitch,
That
which
continues for the
I'm sure it-
Conejo Oaks.
it
Will
I'm positive it hit the dirt
Josiah
first,
Chavez.
but it definitely got Zach on the hop.
So Josiah Chavez steps in, looks to stay hot. He had a 2 RBI double in the first, and then he was rung up on a pitch he was not happy with in the fourth. Now he's got the bases loaded, nobody out. Salgado on third, Grant on second, and Dode on first.
he's arguably the Oaks' hottest hitter right now.
That one spiked. Great job there by Cooper Harris to keep it at home. We talked about it yesterday. One of the worst things 0-2 for a pitcher is to hit the batter. Right behind giving up a 0-2 home run. And that 0-2 HBP loads the bases with nobody out for Dorado and starts some action in the bullpen for the Saints. As Chavez swings and misses at strike one on the fastball.
Ooh, took a heavy hack at that one. I'm sure he wants that one back as well. Fastball right in his wheelhouse.
He was trying to take out the lights on that one.
1-1 now. As Chavez holds up on the slider, but it's in there for strike two as he's behind the count 1-2 now.
See if Dorado goes back to that. But instead of leaving it over the plate, starting it in the zone, going below the zone, looks like he's going to go fastball in.
He spikes it, and it hits Cooper Harris, keeps it in front. Lucky for him, it hit Josiah Chavez, otherwise that baseball looked like it might have rolled up the first baseline.
We've seen Chavez, both of his walk-offs came with 2 strikes, so not going to be uncomfortable here with 2 strikes. He knows what to do.
2-2 now to Josiah Chavez. Dorado delivers. Chavez shoots out the third. They'll come home for out number 1. Harris fires back to first. They're able to turn 2.
Got a double play. 5-2-3. Drew Crowley to Cooper Harris to Matt Marlowe. Now batting number 27.
Well, that was
Brendan Durfee.
best case scenario for Dorado. Not only did he get a double play, he had a double play, a 5-2-3 double play that prevented any runs from coming in.
It's a very big spot now for Durfee, a much need for him to get a base knock here, so he'll foul that one off his leg.
Once again, bases loaded for the Oaks.
It was a good job of Chavez shortening up and going the other way, and Cali's just right there. Good offense, just better defense from Cali there. Stayed calm. That ball was hit sharply towards him, and he stays with himself and was able to turn the double play there.
Oh, one now to Durfee. He's 1 for 2 today, double. Also an RBI ground out. So I'll take ball 2 up. My apologies, ball 1 up. Durfee rolls over that one, the first. Marlowe will take it himself. The Oaks load the bases with nobody out, and they're unable to bring anybody across. They'll still trail by 1 as we head bottom 5. We'll be back.
Specifically the bases loaded.
We'll welcome you back now as Michael Allen Stanford still on the mound. 5th inning of work. As Drew Cali will step in and he'll shoot that one out to left center field. Be over the head of Chavez, will one hop the wall. Be a lead off first pitch double for Drew Cali.
The Oaks just can't stop Drew Cali. I mean, he's had a 3-hit day. Today he has a grand slam and now a double. Can't seem to retire him.
Put him on.
To lead off an inning.
Yeah, just put him on. Actually, you can't with Donahue long up, but don't give him a fastball. Stop throwing fastballs to him. Try to pound him in, I guess. I don't know.
Because Donahue steps in
I
now.
don't think it matters what you do with Cali right now.
Donahue 0 for 1 today. Struck out to end the first and walked in the second. So I'll take a first pitch fastball for strike 1.
This is not fair for Mike Stanford. I mean, he had that second inning, and other than that marathon second where he got no breaks, he's faced the minimum of in each of the other 3 innings, first, third, and fourth.
6 unearned runs put on Stanford in the second due to 1 error, which was arguable because runner potentially was out at first, and 1 or 2 other blatantly missed calls. So just unfortunate, and one of them led to an infield single, and the next batter was Cali, who crushed a grand slam. 2-1 now to Donahue. Well, not really crushed a grand slam. It was a routine fly out at Kalu and just cleared the short fence out there in center field.
Which, again, another example, even on the grand slam, of Mike not getting any breaks.
2-1 now to Donahue. That one just misses down on the fastball. 3-1 now. You gotta imagine this is probably Stanford's last inning just because of how high the pitch count is because of that second inning.
Right now he's at 75 pitches exactly.
Send Josh down to the bullpen between innings to see if anybody's throwing yet. That slider is chopped back to Stanford
That's
at
a
the
hit.
mound. He'll turn and flip it to Durfee, who wasn't there, as Durfee came in for the grounder too, which allows
No RBI there. It's a infield single. Tyson
Cali to score on the
Donahue.
error.
That's a second on error, which in turn allowed Drew Cali to score. Now batting, number 2, Matt Wong.
You guys agree with the scoring there from the PA announcer?
What did he say?
Infield single.
No.
So Donahue reaches on the error and advances to second on the error, and then Cali scores on the error, so now it's 7 unearned runs. So Matt Wong steps in.
Stanford calling Whittle out to the mound to have a conversation. Wants to make sure that the runner on second isn't picking his signs. Yeah, they're changing things up right now, I'm assuming. I mean, these pitchers are so smart, knowing when their signs are being picked and knowing how complicated signing has to be from the catcher.
First pitch from Stanford, the Wong misses away. Matt Wong 0 for 2 today. That one's ruled in. That one from Wong has popped up a mile in the air. I have no clue where it is. Durfee will get there.
Tag.
Donahue goes for third. It's a bad idea.
Got
They
him.
should know Durfee's gone. Thanks to the double play. Some more poor base running from the Saints.
So
Thought that ball was getting out of play, but with our angle here, couldn't really see. Then we just hear, you got room, you got room, you got room. Durfee kind of fell as he was making the catch, which gave Donahue the idea to tag, and Durfee got up quickly and fires it into third and beat Donahue by a country mile.
yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a 3-5 double play before. That might be a new one for
That's
me.
actually going to be a double play F3-3-5.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
We had one, not that same layout, but we had the fly out to the double play the other day. I don't remember what the exact breakdown was, but it was another throw from Glowacki, I think.
Yeah, with the single or the right field 9-3. Yeah,
Might have been.
yeah, that makes sense. It was the right fielder. I've never seen a first baseman catch a pop up and then throw a guy out trying to tag at third.
That one misses away. 2-0 now to Holt.
We'll get the Elias Sports Bureau on that right away.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm not sure.
Or
if
we
Da-
could just ask Tim Kirkjian. I'm sure he knows.
Yeah.
I don't know if Donahue went on his own there, or if it was a
I
third
think
base
I
coach.
think he went because
I
Durfee
agree.
was
100%.
falling down.
Yeah, no, that's
Definitely.
that's why he went.
That's
I don't
all
know if
in.
it was the third base coach who told him to go because of it, or if it was just Donahue making a dumb decision.
That's Donahue.
So Holt lines that one to right. Carrillo
Yeah.
makes a great running catch out there. So another unearned run comes across here as the Oaks will chase 2 once again as we head to the top of the 6th. It's the bottom third of the order to up Sandoval. Whittle will get his first at bat, and then Jack Brooks. welcome you back. Raul Sandoval will be the first batter to face the newly entered Mitchell Scott. Josh, you got that final line on Dorado for us?
Got 1 1/3 innings for Dorado, scoreless for him. Struck out just the one batter, Chavez. Oh, I'm sorry, actually struck out 0 batters. No strikeouts for him. No walks, but a hit by a pitch. And then 3 hits allowed. 2 hits allowed.
Oh, misses up to Sandoval.
And Charlie Adamson is throwing down in the Oaks bullpen. Mike Stanford's day is done. So
Sandoval shoots out over the third. Gathered flat across the diamond there by Cali for out number 1.
Cali to Marlowe, 1 down.
Bring David Whittle to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. So he came in for Colin Heineck, who, as Josh told us earlier, felt a little bit of something in his hamstring.
From San Diego State University, number 3, David Whittle.
So it'll be the first at-bat for David Whittle, who was the leadoff hitter here. On Tuesday, he'll take ball 1.
Yeah, Tuesday's lineup was where we saw a lot of untraditional starters find themselves in the starting lineup.
1-1 now to Whittle. Whittle takes strike 2 on the fastball.
What was the pitcher's name?
This is Mitchell Scott. Whittle takes ball 2 down, 2-2 now.
I also, when I was down in the bullpen, saw Coach Rudinsky sitting on a bench.
Whittle chases one down in the dirt, and luckily for him, he's so fast that he'll just get first base freely because that pitch was spiked so poorly that not even Cooper Harris can make a play on it. Sorry, what were you saying, Josh?
I saw Coach Rad down sitting on that bench that was right outside that fence area where we saw the people eating Burger King earlier.
He's outside the stadium.
Yeah.
So Jack Brooks steps in now. Welcomes Sammy back. Curveball breaks way too much there. Down in the dirt.
It's got a lot of movement on that breaking ball. I understand why Whittle chased it even though it bounced 5 feet in front of the plate.
It's up there with Westberg's curveball.
Yeah, I was thinking more of Maloney. But yeah, Lush has that loopy curve as well. This one just is more sharp than that.
I'm confident in saying that Westberg's got the nastiest curveball in CCL South. 1-2 now to Brooksy. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Whittle goes. Brooks fouls it away. With the large number of catchers on this roster, you gotta presume it's probably gonna be pretty hard for. As that one's chasing the dirt, Jack Brooks won't be able to go to first because first base is occupied with only 1 out, but Whittle can go to second. As I was saying, with there being so many catchers on this roster, it's going to be hard for the young guy like Whittle to see much time behind the dish in playoffs, but we'll definitely be saying Whittle in the playoffs as he is easily the best option off the bench in terms of
Pinch running.
pinch running. They're intentionally walking Carrillo. That's why I stopped for a second to make sure it was right.
What?
Scared of Carrillo. They want the righty match. No, never mind. Salgado's on deck.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll walk Salgado too.
This is a bit of a head scratcher for me.
That was as questionable as the computer intentionally walking me in MLB The Show this morning.
I mean, they just put the tying run on base now. Go ahead run at the
Go
plate.
ahead, right at the plate, yeah.
In the form of Salgado, who's one of the best hitters.
That one spiked again. Whittle will go to third and Carrillo will go to second, so now both
Harris
runners will be in
can't find
scoring position.
Let's see if they'll walk Salgado now. I mean, if they're going to walk Carrillo with a sit runner and second, 2 outs, why not walk Salgado with second and third? I mean, I wouldn't do it, but...
A lot of control issues here for Scott as he spiked, I think, 4 or 5 balls in the dirt now. First time I've had the right IW in the book all year. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Tying run is Carrillo at second. The go-ahead run is Salgado at the plate. Salgado jammed. He rolls over that one, the first. He's in there safely.
Oh,
no
he was out.
way.
He was out.
I couldn't really see first, if I'm being honest. It just looked like he got there before the throw. I couldn't see the throw at all.
The first 3-1, the route going from Matt Marlowe to Mitchell Scott.
So we'll head to bottom 6 now, and as
No run,
Josh said, it will be
and 2 runners left on base.
Charlie Adamson coming in now. We'll be back.
Across the top 6. Bottom 6, Saints up to bat with a 7-5 lead.
So Charlie Adamson it is to pitch here in the 6th after, once again, the Oaks leave some runners in scoring position. Obviously, we know Josh, all 7 runs are unearned for Stanford, but what's the rest of the line for him?
So we got those 7 runs all unearned, 5 hits, just 2 walks allowed, and 4 strikeouts for Stanford on 81 pitches through 5, and as we know, he could very much still be in this ball game. Pitch count, he's probably had to throw an extra 20 pitches because of that second inning.
First pitch, swing from Marlowe. As he's unable to hold up on the check swing. Marlowe 0 for 2 tonight. Might probably just 0 for 1. Ground out and hit by pitch. But he was a part of that. Whatever you want to call whatever that offensive timeout, dumb base running. Marlowe was technically retired on a 2.654, so Marlowe will swing and miss.
Great
at the
pitch.
slider.
Great spot, Charlie.
Charlie, another bullpen piece as the playoffs are approaching, fighting for that setup role. Mentioned it could be Cody Carson, could be Charlie Adamson, as coming out of the pen lately, he's been absolutely filthy. And when you have all your bullpen arms available in the playoffs and just guy going 1 inning at a time in the playoffs, you could get a pretty clean inning out of Charlie Adamson with a couple strikeouts.
Yeah, as of late, he's really turned it on. We'll go ahead and take a look.
Count runs full now. Oh, it's popped up. Foul. That one's bounced in the dirt. Marlowe works a leadoff walk.
Matt Marlowe. Next, we got number 28, Jared Buhanda.
So bringing Buhanda to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 tonight. RBI ground out in the second and struck out swinging in the third. Buhanda may be getting pinch hit for as he's walking back to the dugout. Not sure what's going on. It's going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Arten Biagian. It's a bunt specialist as we've seen before.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, finally. CCL website on your phone. Yeah, it's brutal.
Tough to navigate.
Yeah, it sure is. But for Charlie, his last 2 outings have both been scoreless, including a 2-inning outing with 4 strikeouts. So back-to-back score. We've seen his ERA drop from 4.02 down to about 3.3.
But Biagian will square. That one misses down.
Biagian must be a better bunter than Buhanda. And it makes sense because Buhanda was up when they ran themselves into that double play.
That one's ruled a strike. Whittle not able to squeeze that one. Doesn't go far enough away for Marlowe to go anywhere there at first. Runner goes, the bunt, Whittle with the throw down over the head of Grant. Ball goes in the outfield. Sandoval will just throw it in to Grant. Whittle skied that one.
Marlowe stolen base and to third on error.
Yeah, it's 1-2. He just called that pitch a strike. Charlie, you're right. The scoreboard has 2-1.
He just called that
Yeah,
a strike.
it's 1-2. Is the scoreboard wrong then?
Go, Barrel!
What? What?
Oh man. He got the first or second pitch was called a strike.
Second pitch was.
Yeah.
And then he called this one a
He
strike.
did,
not
right?
not on the bunt attempt, but just it
On
being
the
a
strike.
strike.
Did he forget?
Oh my god.
2-2
day.
now.
What a day.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. If I forget that he called a strike and then just not listen to anybody.
2-2 now. Biagin fouls that one away.
Another thing we'll check at 2 a.m., Sammy.
Maybe he forgot that he called the pitch before a strike.
Well, but he appealed to first to see if he went on the bunt.
Rick Turner's watching this game. He's got some conversations to have.
Go get
Biagin
that.
pops that one out.
Who?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Said if Rick Turner is watching this game, he has some conversations to have.
Who that is?
Yeah.
CCL commissioner.
Next batter for the Saints, number 4, Matt Blessinger.
Bless you.
So bring Blessinger to the plate now. He's 1 for 2. Still don't know if he's struck out swinging or not in the 4th. I have a backwards and normal K written right now in my book. He scores the bunt, pulls it back. That one's rolled strike 1.
I just went with the regular K.
See?
Yeah.
No, Harris struck out swinging in the 4th, but still don't know. Won't know until the game is uploaded after the recording. That one's in. That's a strike too.
Big pitch here.
Yep. Don't need to
Need a strikeout
good.
here.
Yeah. You can waste one. Don't throw him anything good.
This is outside. The infield is in.
Got to get on top of that breaking ball here. Get in the dirt, get a chase. Started at his knees.
Go, Matt, only if you like it. RBI, right here, right now.
Whoa.
That was loud. 2-2 now.
Fired up. I like it from that fan. Love it. But I'd prefer now.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Strikeout to be exact.
2-2 delivery now from Adamson. Misses away, so from 0-2 to 3-2 now as the count runs full.
Go, Barrel.
That one misses down, so 4 straight balls from
Blessinger out of the 0-2, the ball
Adamson. Walks Blessinger, which brings Cooper Harris to the plate.
Cooper
Bring,
Harris.
push the middle infield back to double play depth.
We'll likely see Blessinger on the move here.
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised if it's even the first pitch.
Because of that, I doubt Cooper Harris is going to be swinging on the first pitch.
There it goes.
Runner goes. Whittle throw down.
Oh,
Got
got him.
No.
Max Blessinger, SB.
Come on. Infield will come back in on that.
Great throw there from Whittle.
Yeah.
Must have gotten around the tag because I thought the throw beat him.
Yeah.
That one's rolled over foul. One delivery. This is away.
Harris kind of Soto shuffled that one after taking that pitch.
2-1 delivery. That one's rolled. I'll get through and we'll score both runs.
Last name Harris, first name Cooper, 2 RBI single for the Saints. Marlowe and Blessinger score. And here is number 3, Jordan Rogers.
Bad just turns to worse with this umpiring crew. Home plate umpire forgets the count in the at-bat for Biaggi, and still got the out there, but then we all thought that Blessinger was hosed at second. First pitch strike there from Adamson to Rogers.
Really tough there because if you get the out at second on the caught stealing, infield plays back. That ball wasn't hit very hard. Grant easily gets there and makes the play at first.
Yep.
Yeah, Harris, not the fleetest of foot.
Step off, step off.
With Adamson's slow delivery. Right as I say that, Harris swipes second.
Even with this delivery, it doesn't matter. Anybody could run the mound. It's a stolen base for Harris. He was halfway to second base before he pitched that ball.
0-2 now to Rogers, who's 1 for 3 today.
Good pitch.
Rogers goes down on 3 pitches.
That could also be just a product of it's been a real tough day today. Real tired of the umpiring as the whole Oaks bench and the whole Oaks team. Just guys not feeling like yelling right now. Telling Charlie to step off.
Well, there you go, Sammy.
Put him on.
I expected that was coming.
Number 11, Tyson.
Donahue up after the intentional walk to Cali. Obviously not a guy that you want to face with a lot of runners on, but you just don't want to face Drew Cali right now, period.
It's just the same situation of, you intentionally walk Carrillo to get the Salgado. Carrillo's had more success against the Saints than Salgado has, and as of late, Cali's had more success against the Oaks than Donahue has. First pitch fastball misses in the Donahue. Donahue is 0 for 2 today. The walk. Heavy hack and a miss on the fastball there.
Let's go, lefty!
Donahue, another swing and a miss.
Wonder if Donahue was sitting breaking ball on each of these last 2 pitches, because the ball was nearly in Whittle's glove each time that he swung at both these fastballs.
1-2 delivery. Swung
Yeah.
on a miss. So the intentional walk pays off. With 2 more runs come across as the Oaks will be chasing 4 now as we head top of the 7th. Part of the order you up. Grant, Dode, Chavez will be back. Gavin Grant will step in now. He'll swing and miss at strike one. Grant will take strike two. I just went into a dugout in between innings to fill up my water and could hear a pin drop in there. It's very quiet in that dugout right now.
Sure it is.
Grant struck out.
Mitchell
A strike that he does
Scott.
not agree with.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. This has been about as bad
Coming up to
as
bat,
an
number
umpiring day
25,
that we've seen all summer long.
O'Day.
Usually it's just the home plate, like the strike zone that we don't agree with. Not enough to get the whole team fired up and, you know, really down on themselves. But today, with everything that's been going on the base pads, like it's been just horrendous.
Still did take strike one. I did talk to Big Mike, let him know that all of those runs were unearned, and he goes, wow. I said, yeah, it's tough when the errors are made, but also there's a guy at first who doesn't know what he's doing, so. I think Stanford had to get a total of like 3 or 4 extra outs because of the officiating over there, which was a result of probably like 20 extra pitches that he had to throw. So that takes time after Scott and Harris taking a little bit of time to figure out the pitch. 2-1 count now to Dode. Zach's 0 for 1 today. The walk and a hit by pitch. He'll swing and miss at strike 2. Count even at 2 now.
Tied him up there. Not one of the better swings that we've seen from Zach all summer. Couldn't get extended on that high fastball. Ran in on him a bit too.
Dode rung up and he also isn't a fan of the call.
Mitchell Scott strike
Both
out.
of these last two pitches looked like strikes to me. I think the Oaks team, they're just taken out of this ball game.
14, Josiah
They're
Chavez.
very deflated right now. Luckily for them, this isn't the Sunday before playoffs. They still got a couple games. But after yesterday, how fired up they were in the ninth inning to come out on firing today as well. 3 runs in the first, looking good. And then that second inning hit where nothing went their way, and since then, it's been hard for them to come back.
2-0 now to Josiah Chavez, who started the day off with a 2 RBI double. Then he was rung up on a pitch he wasn't happy with in the 4th. He actually started heading the 1st and flipped his bat home, and then strike 3 was called. And he grounded into 5-2-3 double play with the bases loaded. And he'll hit that one out to center field, and he'll spike his bat. The Oaks go down in order.
He just missed that. That's why he did that.
Catch by Max Blessinger.
At bottom
for the
7.
Saints,
We'll be back.
completing our
Back.
Welcome you back as Matt Wong will step in now. 0 for 3 tonight is Matt Wong. Reached on an error in the second. Grounded another fielder's choice to end the second. And then he grounded into the the F3, 3-5 double play. He popped into as he'll take strike one. That one's fouled back.
I know.
Wong. Emergency swing right there. Count remains 0-2.
Good job of Wong just to stick the bat out there, stay alive. Ball looked like it was going to be painted right at the knees for strike 3.
Adamson misses up. 1-2 now.
Had trouble getting on top of that slider a couple of times, but when he has, it's been really filthy. There you go.
Very good.
Gets it right there.
There you go. Gets on top of that one.
Makes Wong look silly. 0 for 4 ball game now for Wong.
Next batter for the Saints.
So bring Peyton Holt to the plate, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He was a part of that weird offensive timeout in the 3rd inning where they took time to talk about the base running, and then there was Holt who was caught trying to go to 3rd, and Heineck backpicked him at 2nd, and he was thrown out at 3rd by Grant, and then Dode threw back to Brooks at 2nd to get Marlowe out. So Holt flies that one out to right. Carrillo comes in on it. Really hard to see out there right now with these lights. I did talk to Durfee for like a millisecond. All he said to me, I gave him a little pat, and he says, I can't see out there right now.
These certainly aren't the best lights I've ever seen.
There.
This is weird too. You usually don't see the rows go vertical.
Yeah, they're like all angled out. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and
good job of Charlie to bounce back there. Ran into a couple of things that weren't that he couldn't control last inning. Gave up a couple runs, but good job to get 1-2-3 right there. We'll be back for the top of the 8th right after this.
welcome you back now. Top 8, Brendan Durfee steps in. take a first pitch strike. I ran back and forth. Just got to move up. Durfee drives that one out to center field.
That's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
That goes
No.
off the wall.
Did it go off the wall?
Was that over the yellow or no?
No, it hit the wall.
I couldn't see.
Brendan Durfee lead
It
off
might have.
double.
It might have gotten. I think it took too big of a hop to go.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
Coming up to bat for the Oaks, number 28. Raul
So we apologize for that.
Sandoval.
We're Dodger fans here. Me and Josh, the Dodger fans, thinking everything is out.
I mean, here, I mean,
Yeah,
the
just
Little League dimensions the center. I mean,
That was the only
as
reason
weird
we
as it
thought that.
sounds, too, Durfee just missed that. That ball could have really
yeah,
been
100%, 100%.
hit to Mars or so.
oh,
been
Sandoval
over the
steps
scoreboard.
in
Could
now.
have been hit to Santa Ana.
I was getting a little excited because, as you guys know, calling Calhoun games, Durfee didn't hit
Still,
one
yeah.
home run when I was calling the games.
You still
Still haven't
have
gotten one of
missed-
Durfee's homers.
You missed a couple of Durfee's homers this summer, and you missed the walk-off, too. You didn't get to call that.
Yep. One misses away. Sandoval happy that he got that call there. Saw some agreeing head nods when umpire said that ball was out.
Well, that same pitch has been called a strike a lot today, so.
Yeah. Sandoval call time.
Good job.
It's not like it surprises me. Sandoval chases that one. That was a swing to try and put that ball into orbit.
2-0.
Try and just wake up this
Got
offense.
a little anxious there because Scott is taking some time in between pitches. Just got a little overzealous there from Sandoval.
That one breaks in the top of the zone, evens the count at 2.
Durfee can get a little bit more off a second there.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I was giving it a little wipe earlier.
He can't see you.
No. Sandoval
Go,
chases
go.
that. Take another free base as Scott continues to spike pitches in the dirt.
I hope Sandoval's okay. He just tripped over first base.
Here is number 3, David Whittle.
Bring Whittle in, and Whittle also reached on a wild pitch chase strikeout in the 6th, and then he ended up moving all the way over the 3rd on 2 more wild pitches.
These aren't going to give the guys credit on the batting average or the on-base percentage, but you need runners any way you can right now.
Yep. And that just shows you how much movement is on these pitches from Scott, because he's spiked 5 or 6 of these about 5 feet in front of the plate, and all of them but one have been swung at. So he's getting a lot of chases on these pitches, but they're bouncing so far in front of the plate, they're impossible for Cooper Harris to walk.
Big jump.
Sandoval goes, a throw down too far to the left. So now there's going to be 2 ducks out in the pond there for Whittle with nobody out. Count 1-1. We saw before this inning on the throwdown after the warm-ups from Harris that he launched about 30 feet past the bag. And that one, a better throw than that one, but it was to the backhand of the second baseman, who I think Whittle fouls that one away. I think it's now Biaggian at second. It is one. I don't know
Correct.
where that moved. Holt. Maybe Holt's in left. But anyways, 1-2 now to Whittle. Or 0-2, I guess. Now it's 1-2.
Stop it, baby.
I thought one of those pitches was called a ball. The
I
one that
definitely
Sandoval was running on.
So did I.
I had 0-2. But if you guys both had 1-2, then 2 against 1.
I had 1-1. And then
Yeah.
should be 2-2 now.
Yeah.
This is a curveball buckles Whittle as he goes down looking for out number 1.
Strikeout.
Brings Jack Brooks to the plate now.
For the Conejo Oaks,
Curveball's really
number
good for Mitchell Scott.
33, Jack Brooks.
Really big spot here for the Oaks with the slew of lefties due up now against the righty Scott. You got Brooks here, then you got Carrillo and Salgado. We just got to find a way to get those 2 runners in from scoring position. Brooksy 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. He swings and misses it. Strike 1.
Obviously, we don't have the best angle, but that looked like a changeup from Scott. Just pulled the string a bit and got Brooks well out in front.
That one's spiked, but Harris picks it.
Harris is very active right now with Scott on the mound. A lot of balls in the dirt. He's doing a pretty good job of keeping as much as he can in front of him. Obviously, the drop third strikes are a bit of a problem, but those balls are going 5 feet in front of home plate.
Jack Brooks tips that one to the glove of Cooper Harris. Just misses that one. To delivery. That one's down. Count even at 2.
Got to cut the lead in half here.
Brooks, great job to get a piece of that one. Fouls it away. That one got a piece of Harris. It's shaken up. So it's Sandoval on second, Durfee on third, Jack Brooks in the box. Durfee started this inning with a ball. He obliterated the center field and missed a home run by a matter of inches. And then Sandoval reached via a wild pitch on his strikeout. Great job there by Brooksy to foul that one away.
Good win. Great breaking ball again from Scott, and Brooks does a good job of just fighting it off.
2 really important runs out on the base path right now. Brooks continues to battle 2-2. So pop that one up. Drifting to the left is Cowley, and he'll record out number 2.
Catch made by Drew Cowley.
Bring Austin Carrillo to the plate. See if they decide to pitch to him this time.
Yeah, they'll pitch to him.
Coming up to bat,
Not
for the
gonna
Oaks, number 4, Austin
load the bases in a
Carrillo.
4-run game.
Carrillo steps in now. Single came around the score in the first, grounded out in the second, grounded out in the fourth, and then was intentionally walked in the 6th. I wonder if Carrillo knows that his shin guard is not strapped fully.
Oh. I don't think so. There you go.
Takes strike 1. Carrillo slaps that one over to the right side. He'll be out for out number 3.
Got a 3-1 connection, Matt Marlowe.
So the Oaks leave more runners on base as they're unable to drive the 2 in from scoring position.
And 2 left on base by the Oaks in the top 8.
We'll be back bottom 8. Welcome you back, and it's Big Red Jackson Jordan on the mound now for your Oaks. And what's the final line on Charlie Adams and Josh?
For Charlie's 2 innings, 2 runs allowed, couple walks, 3 strikeouts, and just the 1 hit. But unfortunately, that hit drove in 2 runs. And it was a much better second inning than first. 30 pitches to get out of the 6th, and then only 9 to get out of the 1, 2, 3, 7th.
Jacob Sanchez is pinch hitting here for Biagian. He's one of 2 catchers on the roster for the Saints. So pop that one up to Gavin Grant for out number 1.
Gavin Grant with the catch. Next up, number 4, Max Blessinger.
Bring Blessinger to the plate now. Blessinger's 1 for 2 today. RBI single in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, and then reached in a walk in the 6th. Take strike 1. That one misses way outside.
Blessinger showing bunt there, pulls it back. Obviously with nobody on, he's bunting for a hit here. Dode still playing pretty back over there at third, behind the bag. Just coming in now. About even with the bag now.
Take your word for it, Sammy. I can't see him. Home plate umpire's blocking me.
Frisbee slider from Jordan misses away there. gets in there, though. 2-2 now.
So much movement on that pitch from Jordan. Out of the hand, it looked like it was going to hit Blessinger, but broke and ended right down the middle.
That one misses up. Count runs full. Delivery from Jordan.
Got him.
Just misses down.
Max Blessinger, ball 4.
She'll bring Cooper Harris to the plate.
Number 6.
Fastball there
for
from
2.
Jordan. Couldn't get the kneecap there, just low. Obviously, we all wanted that call, but
No, it was down.
Cooper Harris, the only guy to get a hit off of Charlie Adamson tonight, and that was only because of the infield being in. If Gavin Grant's at normal depth at shortstop, it's a routine ground out for him over there at short. That fastball from Big Red is in there for strike 1.
If Harris hits the same ball that he did last time up, it's an inning double play. Look to get another ground ball from him if you're Jordan.
Blessinger at first looks ready to run.
Harris fouls that one back. Runner goes. Harris hits that one out to left center. Chavez makes a nice running catch for out number 2.
Nice play.
Hard hit ball there from Harris. Off the bat, looked like it was destined to hit off the wall, but Josiah Chavez got a good read on it. Great jump, was able to cut it off pretty quickly, to the delight of Jackson Jordan as his heart just about dropped into his feet there. Thought he had given up an extra base hit, possibly a run.
Jordan Rogers steps in for the 5th time tonight. He's, sorry, my apologies, 1 for 4. He takes strike 1 there. Rogers' only hit came in that very weird 2nd inning. Well, we saw a couple missed calls at first that extended the inning, an error in there as well to start the inning. 6 total unearned runs came across the plate that inning. Runner goes.
What a jump.
Throw from Whittle. It's just late.
Yeah, no chance from Whittle there. Another strong throw, but Blessinger got an amazing jump.
One now.
Oh, by you.
Rogers way late on that fastball.
Blessinger got way off the bag as well. Thought he might have been moving there again.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll go on this pitch. Trying to time up Jordan.
He's not really getting a look from Jackson right now,
Yeah.
and it makes sense. He got 2 outs and 2 strikes. Just
There he
focus on the
goes.
batter.
Yeah. Fist.
Jams. Rogers there, so he has to just foul that one away.
Getting that kitchen Jackson. Back-to-back pitches.
Blessinger has to reset the 2nd now. One's down in the dirt. Nice pick there by Whittle. Count even at 2 now.
It's incredible how these catchers make those spiked fastball picks look so easy when it's really not. It's a very difficult feat to accomplish, and
Move around, would you?
almost every fastball these catchers Handle. Wow.
Looking silly. Rogers flails that one.
Jackson Jordan.
No runs come across. We'll head top 8. The Oaks chasing 4.
Top 9.
Top 9, my apologies. It's Salgado, Grant, Dode due up. We'll be back. Welcome you back as AJ Salgado steps in. It's Mitchell Scott still on the mound for the Saints. Salgado swings and misses at strike 1. I believe Scott's going for the 3-inning save.
4-inning save, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping track.
Yeah,
track
it is.
of their final lines.
It'd be a 4-inning save. 4-inning save if he came in the 6th.
It's behind 2-1 now. Salgado shoots that one the 3rd. Cali fires across the dime for out number 1.
3. Drew Cali to Matt Marlowe.
And Gavin Grant to the plate now.
Now
It's 1
batting,
for 4 tonight.
number 34, Gavin Grant.
One misses away. Grant nubs that one. Just above the Oaks dugout. Grant swings and misses at the fastball. That one is away. Count even at 2 now.
Go 3-6.
Grant foul tips that one into the glove. Round number 2.
Scott has been virtually untouchable today since coming out of the bullpen in the 6th. The only hit he's allowed was that double by Durfee in the 8th, and he struck out 7. Now in 3 2/3.
Dode steps in now. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and hit by pitch tonight. First pitch, breaking ball misses.
Majority of the base runners off of Scott today have been off of those drop third strikes.
Breaking ball in there for strike one. So they take strike two now, 1-2 the count.
Oaks down to their final strike here.
Been a rough one from about the 5th inning on for the Oaks.
Second inning on.
Still
Yeah,
they
well,
fouls
they had-
that one away.
I'm saying since they loaded the bases with nobody out in the 5th. Since then.
Yeah, today's just been a frustrating day
Yeah.
all around.
All around, yeah. But you're right, Sammy. Basically from that second inning on, that 6th spot. That shouldn't have happened.
That one misses away.
Half the Saints team was out of the dugout.
Ball was close.
So they battles and fouls that one away.
Zach won't give them anything free. Doesn't care that they're down to their last strike, nor that it's a 4-run game with nobody on. We'll keep fighting till that last out.
And though they run
That
up
was
on a
outside.
breaking ball, that's away.
That was outside.
Strike, Mitchell.
Though they not happy, and what's there to be happy about tonight with an umpiring crew like that? The Oaks fall, lose their third straight by a score of 9-5. There'll be 2 more games left in the regular season. Final home game this Saturday against the Academy Barons at 4 o'clock, and then the final regular season game 4:35 down in Irvine against the Riptide. For Conejo Oaks baseball, I've been Austin Gregory alongside Josh Mechanic and Sammy Holiday. I missed you today, Cam. We'll see you guys Saturday.